something close to a full roster to play with and work with?
Been good. Just being able to see guys improve. I feel like we're getting better as a team. We had lost 15 straight, but I still felt like we were doing the right things, even though we weren't getting the results. And sometimes that's what happens in sports or in life. You just don't get results, but you got to keep putting in the work to get better. So that's what we've been doing.
Is it important to finish the season with some kind of wins, momentum going into the summer?
Yeah, absolutely. Wins, like I just said, wins and losses sometimes can not necessarily be overrated because you want to compete, you want to win every game you step out and play, but the process of what you do day in and day out, it's an 82-game season, so you have to be able to sustain yourself for a long run, and that's what we try to do. And 2 good wins that we've had, we have to continue to build on that and try to do better in the next game.
A good amount of time that you missed when you were away. The last 2 games have been some big number games. How are you feeling getting back into the speed of the NBA game?
I think the biggest thing is just really, I say now I'm going back to the other way. Now it's about the wins. You say stats and stuff like that, but the biggest part in the team game is just scratching out wins. I can go back to that part. So really just all the guys, they've been great. The energy in practice has been unbelievable. Just the way that the guys are, not even on the court, but off the court. I feel like we're gelling. I was playing COD with Scotty before the game today. So chemistry's building, vibes is building, and that's what we trying to be about.
A couple games in a row now where you've attempted double-digit free throws. What are you seeing in terms of like defense or the way the games are being called that's allowing you to get to the line as much as you are?
I think just a lot of film. Me and Pat Delaney, PD, I call him PD, Pat Delaney, just watching stuff because the rules are changing a little bit. Not as much free throws. So just seeing where you can try to just see what other guys are getting, what other calls guys are getting, and seeing where you can be effective in that way, and just continue to try to watch stuff so you can get into the line is one of my strengths. I feel like so just trying to build on that.
You mentioned process earlier, but a lot of the world, how they view sports is like zero-sum, win, loss. What keeps you grounded in the process to keep you moving as things might not go your way through losses and that kind of stuff?
I think my faith is probably the biggest part, just trusting and believing in God. I'm a big believer in Him. Just being guided by that. I try not to get too high, get too low. And try to share that with others. He's the reason I've been able to have success, the reason I've been able to share that success with others. So I think that's a big part of it. And just understanding that, like I said, sometimes you're not going to be able to have the results you want, but that can't change the work that you do day in and day out. And it's not only for, I feel like, basketball players, but for people in general. Sometimes you're not in that light that you want to be in, but you have to continue to do the things that give you a chance to have that success.
One of the things that Darko was talking about before the game, he really credited you guys as a team for staying together even throughout the losing streak when, in some other cases with other teams, something like that could break them. Mm-hmm. How much credit does Darko and the coaching staff get in that regard, just in terms of keeping you guys together and focused?
I think they get a big part of it. Obviously, the players go out and play and things like that, but to have guys ready and prepared is, I think, equally as important, and they do a great job of that. Like you said, to your point, a lot of teams would quit in this situation. Adversity can, make some guys crumble, and some teams, some coaches crumble, and I think other people rise to that occasion. It shows a lot about this team, coaching staff, whole organization as a whole. I feel like, we're not where we want to be yet, but we'll come back to this interview maybe one day and we'll see where we get from there. So
Rotation is close as you've had probably 5-6 weeks, and how did that affect maybe some of your decisions going into the game?
It's a readjustment from not having anybody to have more guys, and at the same time trying to find rhythm with those guys on the court, trying to find out who can be in a second unit and carry the second unit as well. We tried different guys there at different stretches of time. We tried with RJ, we had Gary with the second unit, we had Quickley their start of the fourth quarter. We just had like different looks there. But it's definitely a very good feeling having more guys available to play.
Do you think, the way you started the first quarter, do you think guys were just excited to look around and feel like, okay, we got a full team here for once, or almost a full team?
No, for sure. It looked. It was very positive that the whole first quarter we were making shots, we were running in transition. I thought the defense really set us up. Our aggressiveness, active hands, deflections. I think in the first quarter we had 15 deflections. But at the same time, when we looked up at the score, we did not continue with the same intensity there in the second quarter, and that's something that for us to learn, that we need to play 48 minutes every single possession.
You've given Jalen multiple opportunities this year to carve out a role in the rotation, and I think it's safe to say that he hasn't exactly run away with those opportunities. Are you surprised by that? I know you were hopeful for what he would bring going back to training camp.
I am still hopeful that he can figure it out and to help us. I think that he's a very talented basketball player. I really like his size. He just needs to find that niche on the court with energy, and especially on defensive end. I think that he can really help us on that end of the floor. So I think he's going to have a great summer. I think he's going to put a lot of work in. I think next year he's going to be able to really be in the rotation and really help us.
What have you seen from Quickley these last couple of games?
Growth, communication with his teammates. He's taking a lot of ownership in game preparation as well, knowing personnel, talking to the teammates when we go through our walkthroughs or when we watch film, when we talk about personnel. But also on the court is, we talked since day one, his ability to shoot the ball opens up a lot for everybody on this team. I thought that Kelly did a really good job actually setting good screens for him and freeing him up to attack. And I thought that his decision making tonight was great. We always talk about balance. I think 31 points and 13 assists and 7 rebounds. That's pretty balanced stat line.
Any news on Grady?
He was not able to finish the game there, so I still did not get an update.
Maybe like 2 or 3 minutes left in the game, you were trying to call an action. And I think Gary got stuck in the corner, quickly ended up taking a screen and going through him, and then you and Gary had an interaction. What did you guys talk about there?
We were talking about matchups and who we wanted to attack there. So I was just explaining how we need to read the game at that point and not to go against their better defensive players, but to attack certain matchups.
Thanks for watching the Toronto Raptors YouTube channel. Check out our latest videos and subscribe for more.
Trent answers back. Gary, sidestep, three, got it.